Interconnecting is a way for you to improve your part of the world. Jesus has 4 tips for you. Let's see what they are.
You're watching Timeless Talks, timeless subjects, information for life.
Interconnecting is one of the things Jesus was an expert at doing. We're going to read a story that came out of his life from Luke chapter 5, beginning in verse 12, to find his 4 tips for improving your life. It says, while he was in one of the cities, there came a man full of leprosy. Leprosy in his day might as well have been a death sentence. We understand quarantine from our COVID experience, a couple of weeks. Leprosy was a lifetime quarantine. You were put out of town. You could have no dealings with your family, no dealings with your friends. You couldn't hold down a job. Why? Because your fingers and your toes were literally rotting off. It was a horrible disease. He was untouchable. The text continues by saying, and when he saw Jesus, he fell on his face and begged him, Lord, if you will, you can make me clean. And this is what Jesus did. Verse 13. And Jesus stretched out his hand and touched him. Touching? We reserve touching to come from people who care about us. And it validates us. And we have our worth confirmed. Jesus touched this man. We're going to come back to that in just a minute. And then it says, Jesus said, I will be clean. And immediately the leprosy left him. Jesus knew what this man needed, and it was extremely obvious. And Jesus had the power to do something very helpful for him. Jesus helped this man. He gave him a new lease on his life. Now, being clean, being whole again, this man could associate with his family, and he could go get a job, and he could do anything that you and I might be able to do. And then it says, and he charged him to tell no one, but go and show yourself to the priest and make an offering for your cleansings, as Moses commanded, for a proof to them. Jesus told this man to go do what the Old Testament law said he was to be doing. When a man was cured of leprosy or his health conditions improved, he was allowed to go to the priest. The priest would examine him, and the priest alone could confer on him that he was legally cured, that he could now go back into society. That is what happened because Jesus commanded him to go do that very thing. Do the thing you're supposed to be doing. Now, what are the 4 principles I told you that will improve your world? Number 1, I challenge you, meet your set of untouchables. Every one of us have their own set of people that we just can't stand to be around. Maybe they are suffering from economic distress. Maybe they're of a different race. Maybe they're from a different part of the world. Maybe in the past you couldn't trust those kind of people. Maybe their family has been involved in illegal activities. And those are the people that you need to be in contact with. The second thing that Jesus did for this man was he touched him. He conveyed to that man the worth that was needed. And that's what I challenge you to do. Your second tip is to touch those people who are untouchable. Convey to them what God thinks about them. Work through your own inhibitions, realizing that God has a great value for them and loved them, and His Son died for them, just like He died for you. Touch them. Communicate to them God's tremendous care and love. Third thing that you need to do with these people is to help them, just like Jesus did. Now, what they need is going to be different than leprosy certainly. But you know what their needs are. If they're economically depressed, maybe you need to give them some little jobs around, like maybe mow the lawn, or paint the shed, or tear down the shed. But give them something that they can be paid for, and that gives them dignity and continues this idea that God cares about them. And the fourth thing that I'm challenging you to do is to command them. Jesus commanded this man. You command them to do what God expects them to do. Maybe you can show them the kind of life that they should be having and the way they should be living from Colossians 3 and Philippians and Ephesians. You can show them the kind of life that is great and wonderful and happy, and they can be a part of. But command them to do that. Sometimes, though, you may need that too, huh? If you need some help, we can pray for you. Use this particular email and we'll help you to get ready to help them. On the other hand, if you don't know what to do with them and you'd like some information, here's an email. Use it. We'll help you get to where you need to be. We will help you every way we can here at Timeless Talks because we care about you and we care about your untouchables. We hope these 4 tips will help you in your interactions with other people to touching and communicating and interacting with the untouchable. Thank you for watching. We love you and hope the best for you. May the good Lord take a liking to you. Until next time, goodbye for now.